to the Career Development Center Supercast. Today we will be discussing making the connection face-to-face networking. We are located in the Student Center building on the second floor. Our hours are Monday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our web address is www.jccc.edu/career-development. Our phone number is 913-469-3870. Making the connection, face-to-face networking. We start with the career decision-making process. This is a lifelong process. You can start in the Discovering Yourself area, where you can take assessments related to skills, values, interests, personality. You can then move on to Exploring Options, where you can job shadow, participate in internships, and conduct informational interviewing. Making a decision, you can ask questions and set some small goals. The Taking Action section, you can focus on activities where you can volunteer or get involved in experiential learning. Evaluating the decision, is this what you expected? Ask questions. Should you expand your options or narrow them? Remember, this is a lifelong process, and you can go in and out of these different areas throughout your life. So let's talk a little bit about networking. What is it? What isn't it? Well, what it is an exchange of information or services to enhance or cultivate relationships. This will then benefit both parties. What isn't it? Please do not use networking to take advantage of people. The goal of networking. It's an opportunity to get to meet people, to make your name known, make a first impression, a good one. Remember, there are only 6 people at most between you and anyone you'd like to meet. And the most effective way to find a job today is through networking. Take advantage of parties, social gatherings. All of these will be helpful in your networking endeavors. They can occur in the grocery store as you're checking out in the checkout line, the classroom as you're talking and conversing with your professors or other students, in an airplane as you're looking out a window and peering over your neighbor's shoulder, in an elevator, stuck in a cold elevator with nothing to do or say, start up a conversation, introduce yourself. Social networking sites are another way of networking, of course, but there's also downfalls to these social networking sites. So before you start the networking process, very important to go out there and clean up what we call your digital dirt. Why might this be a networking problem? If there's digital dirt out there about you, someone's going to find it. That will make for a bad first impression. Remembering names is so important when it comes to networking. A man's name is the sweetest sound in the English language. When you are referred to by name, it makes you feel important. 30-second introductions are very important. You want to cover who you are, why you are interested, why you are qualified, and what can you do for them. We ask that you practice a 30-second introduction. This is an outline of how you can do that. Hi, my name is Sylvia, and I'm a first-year student at Johnson County Community College, majoring in Business Administration. I'm currently working at Johnson County Community College as a work-study student in the Career Development Center. I'm interested in pursuing a career in business. I know that I would be valuable to your organization because I'm driven, outgoing, and a problem solver. It's very important when you're networking to make proper introductions of others. Here are some guidelines. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate to a senior or a higher level position person. Introduce the lesser associate Introduce a younger person to an older person. Explain who people are when introducing them. If you have a memory lapse on a name when attempting to make an introduction, admit your memory lapse. If someone forgets your name, save the situation. Just simply extend your hand and introduce yourself. We want to talk about positive impressions as well. Let's talk about attire and grooming. Make sure your hair looks nice and is cut and groomed. Your jewelry is at a minimum. Cologne and perfume, we recommend that you don't use it at all, but if you do decide to use it, be very sparing. Please try to hide tattoos and piercings, and wear clothing that is one step above the work environment. Body language is important. When you walk into the office, have a self-assured and confident stride. Greet the interviewer or interviewers with a firm handshake. Look the interviewer in the eye, but don't stare. Good eye contact is very important. No fidgeting allowed. Don't touch your hair, tap your fingers, play with your jewelry, or swing your leg back and forth. These could be very distracting. Posture communicates a message of controlled energy, so please have good posture. Smile and have confidence. A friendly attitude is always welcoming. Very important to be punctual. We recommend 10 to 15 minutes before the interview or before you're meeting someone. Speak clearly and be very honest. It's also important to have a business card. It makes it very easy to get in touch with someone. Make sure your current phone number and a professional email address is located on your business card. And there is a website where you can print off your own free business cards. It's www.vistaprint.com. Let's talk a little bit about food etiquette. A few things that we would like to recommend. Do not stuff your plate, do not stuff your mouth, and only take one plate. You want to put on a good first impression. We now recommend that you practice. If you would take a plate, put some food on it and a beverage, practice your 30-second introduction, try to mingle, talk to someone, extend your hand as you're balancing your plate and your drink, talk with several people. This takes practice. Introducing people while you're balancing your plate and your drink. Smile and ask questions. Have you spilled anything yet? Have you dropped any food? Please do not talk with food in your mouth as you're doing this. Try to use the person's name 2 to 3 times during the conversation. This will help enforce the person's name. Remember, the most beautiful sound is someone's name. Network away. Very important after you've met new people to follow up with a thank you note. It's just common courtesy and one way of them remembering you. Thank you.